Cast Highlight is an application portfolio analysis solution running in SaaS. This demonstration is meant to present some key analyses supporting business challenges such as portfolio health assessment, IT rationalization, and cloud migration. The Cast Highlight welcome page provides a high-level view on the health of our applications. In this example, our portfolio is composed of 21 applications. Key metrics are available directly from this screen, such as the production, adaptability, and software complexity risks on a scale of 1 to 100. The higher the score, the riskier the applications are. We can also view the Cloud Ready measure, which defines the overall eligibility to migrate to the cloud. Many viewpoints are provided to enable this visibility, which builds transparency and trust. Let's review some examples. The first dashboard displays your applications using 3 axes. The y-axis measures the business impact, the x-axis is the likelihood of failure in production, and the size of the bubble measures the lines of code. This integrated set of metrics allows us to focus on a few key areas. First, the business-critical applications which have high production risk. These applications are usually very good candidates for reprioritization in order to mitigate the risk of failure and guarantee service continuity and uptime. Second, we can identify the applications that do not have a high impact on the business, independent of their risk level. By running a cross-analysis to display the number of resources to maintain the code of these applications, we can rapidly spot candidates to be merged or retired. Please keep in mind that this chart is configurable in the sense that the x-axis can be switched to identify the applications that represent a short and long-term risk. At any time, you can add applications to your watch list. Let's do this for the Shophizer application so we can easily come back to see more detail on that specific application. IT rationalization initiatives are often some excellent opportunities to identify and validate if our application portfolio is following our enterprise standard guidelines. The code scan eases and speeds up the data collection, including the discovery of frameworks. In addition, the code scan allows us to quickly inventory the technologies in use and consolidate the underlying risk level. This dashboard provides insight on the number of applications in use by technology. Then, for each programming language, we get an objective measure of the production, adaptability, and complexity risk. This visibility helps decision makers 1. Promote and validate the use of enterprise standards, 2. Validate any outsourcing strategy, or 3. Expose any investments that need to be made in the training of the development team on specific technologies. The application category dashboard is used to identify overlapping or duplicate applications, reducing cost in the overall IT footprint. The inventory and analysis of the application landscape enables us to quickly identify the applications by category and typology. Because Cast Highlight manages both COTS and custom apps, we can compare all applications which provide the same services. The next step is to rationalize for both cost and complexity reduction purposes. As you can see, Cast Highlight provides numerous dashboards to support decision-making. Some of them focus on risks, technical debt, or software maintenance cost. Here's an example of an analysis that consolidates the software maintenance effort and compares the actual effort with the ideal estimate computed by the COCOMO 2 methodology. Now let's step back a little bit to use these insights in a digital transformation context. One of the primary drivers of digital transformation is the movement of applications to the cloud. In order to assist clients in this transition, specifically to support platform as a service migration, we've added a new Cloud Ready index. This index appears at both the portfolio and application level. The intent is to measure the eligibility of applications to migrate to the cloud and more particularly identify the applications that are ready to activate intelligent services provided by platform as a service. The portfolio analysis begins using a dashboard which integrates the business impact with the overall eligibility to move into the cloud. On a range from 1 to 100, the higher the score, the more ready the application is for the cloud. Some intelligent filters are available to guide your recommendations by identifying the applications that have a solid foundation to move to the cloud, the applications that are eligible but not as critical for the business. These applications are good candidates to run a first iteration of migration. And we can also spot the applications that will require more effort to migrate and in some cases will need to be modernized prior to migration. When we click on one application, whether from the dashboard or a table or from the watch list, Cast Highlight moves from the portfolio dimension to focus on a single application's ID card. The application homepage displays high-level metrics on risk factors as well as the CloudReady Index. We can also glance at the business impact, the sizing, and number of allocated resources. Note that a ranking is provided to understand the positioning of this application within the entire portfolio. The tabs provided give us additional detail on the application. First, the survey, which inventories all of the questions and associated answers collected during the assessment campaign. Please note that you can add as many custom questions as you'd like to collect additional information about the application. Next, the code alert section refers to the code scan results for each risk factor. The score is computed using alerts that are triggered when specific code patterns appear in the code of the application. The benchmark section allows us to compare this specific application with the rest of the applications in your portfolio and also against industry peers. The frameworks view is the result of the discovery that was captured during the code scan. We can view all the frameworks and the associated versions. And as mentioned previously, the CloudReady Index is available at both portfolio and application levels. In this case, it's the overall cloud migration eligibility for the application Shopweiser. This metric is calculated using two main inputs. One, the survey that provides a baseline capital of points. Here are the questions and answers given by the app owner. Two, the calculation corresponds to the code scan results. Similar to the risk computation, the scan detects code patterns which are translated into boosters and roadblocks. In other words, the Highlight engine recognizes what can speed up or slow down your migration to platform as a service. Finally, the migration effort represents the number of files that contain technical obstacles and roadblocks. Any single piece of information stored in Cast Highlight can be exported using several formats like CSV, XML, and PowerPoint. The PowerPoint can be executed against the entire portfolio or on specific targeted applications. Usually, this actionable outcome is generated to bring objective support for any CloudReady recommendations. To sum up, Cast Highlight provides a fact-based analysis on your application portfolio. The solution offers the necessary visibility into risks, costs, and business impacts. This health assessment now includes the CloudReady Index to measure the eligibility of applications for platform-as-a-service migration. Our objective is to support sound and smart decisions to get the best of your applications over time.